Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back with another SnowRunner mod review, and today we're checking out TC's Yeetmobile. So basically it's a Corvette. We have the street version and we also have the mud truck version, essentially. These mods are made by Froggy. TC actually commissioned Froggy to make these mods, and they're definitely interesting. So we're going to check them out. We're going to check out both, although the street version I don't suspect to go very far in mud. We're going to try to take it down through a little bit of snow. Light snow mud mix, whatever we can. You know what to do, guys. Do not forget to drop a like on the video and make sure you sub to the channel, guys. We're gonna check out both these trucks and compare them to each other and just see what they're all about. Alright, guys, we're gonna customize TC's 2020 Yeetmobile. This is a Chevy Corvette. We're actually going to do both versions of it, the street version and the non-street version. Let's go ahead and put the performance 1600 horsepower engine, off-road, gearbox, lifted or lowered. This is kind of interesting. The lift kit isn't that, yeah, it is kind of high, I guess. Lower doesn't make sense, but we'll put it lifted. So it has, no, you know what, we'll put it lowered. Screw it. You can have the 29s or 29 KM2s. We'll keep those stocks on. Do we need a roof? No. Okay, let's check out some different paint options. Let's do something a little different. TC logo on the back even. We get the little trailer hitch too. This is a very interesting. You know what? So that's actually a little bit more goldish color. Oh, you can lift it up. That is cool. Let's actually recover and let's change the gearbox to highway. And let's see, I don't know why that looks so gold, but that's just the way it's made, I guess. Let's put a different color on. Let's go with blue, but I don't know which blue, to be honest with you. Alright, we'll go with this blue. So the highway, we actually have a diff lock option. Alright. And keep in mind, guys, you are actually able to tow with the street version. Let's head back in and grab another one. I don't know if there's a separate listing. Yeah, there is. Here's the mud truck version of it. So we'll put the 1700 horsepower engine in, the mud transmission. So do we want the Assassinator, Patty, or the tractor tires? This is a really tough crunch here. Let's put on the Assassinators. The roof on this one. And for color, I don't know what we're gonna use, guys. We'll take pink. Let's take a purplish pink. We can lift that just a little bit more. That is kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we get the street version here. The gauges come on, they light up, that's nice. Obviously, there's probably some goal in mind to have this on console, so there's not really any Chevy branding or anything like that. But the interior is extremely well detailed and defined. It's really nice. The mirrors look good. I still haven't figured out what those lines are in the mirrors. I see them on some mods, but not all. The sound on this is actually kind of nice as well. We do have the highway gearbox which has a high, it has a low minus and a low plus. But let's see what we can do for a path to take, because I know we're not going to be able to take our traditional path. Basically, you know, with everything that's going on, we just won't have that option due to the limitations of the street version. I still think it's going to be cool to check out either way. Bring it back around here, and then this is, yeah, this is where the mud pit is, so we can really just bring it here, and that'll be that. Let's make sure we can fast forward to the afternoon. And the road. We actually dug in there. So on both versions there's a suspension mode. This one you can actually lift it to stock instead of lowered. We'll see how much that helps. The high gear really makes this thing kick. This is an all-wheel drive Corvette. You don't have to have an all-wheel drive though. You can put it into two-wheel drive. But as you can imagine, it does respond a lot better. Detail on the taillights and everything is pretty substantial as well. Alright, so now we gotta put diff lock on and put it in a low and see if we can trail through this or not. So we are pushing through this. Can't take low plus, but in a low, surprisingly, we can make it through this. And the street version, there's a lifted suspension option as well. I do want to point that out. But I'm just impressed with the fact that we're able to make it through that snow. So we'll see if we can make it through most of the trail. It'll be very interesting to see, that's for sure. And if worse comes to worse, we'll grab the mud truck, recover this, and hit the torture test, where I think the mud truck is really going to thrive, if anything. Still doing okay in automatic here in this mud. This is very interesting to see. We did hit some deep mud there. We almost buried out. Not quite. Dig ourselves out. There we go. Yep. It's really, we just kind of keep going through these situations where we get the momentum we need, and then we dig in a little bit, but still haven't found a reason to have to recover yet. But we're gonna wait until this is absolutely stuck. I'm honestly surprised that it's gone this far, but I will say the quality of this model is actually pretty substantial. Mod in general. The engine sounds are extremely realistic. The wheels and tires are very well detailed. Exterior is extremely well detailed. Textures on this are pretty nice. I do like how we're able to add mud all to the interior because we don't have a roof, so that is cool, I'm not gonna lie. For this being as low as it is actually amazing to see it make it this far, in my opinion. I don't know how feasible it is to keep it on low with the diff lock on long term here. Alright guys, I think we're going to park this and get it towed later, and we'll conclude this for the street version. As you can tell, it is, you know, fairly versatile. I think this would do better in, like, Michigan, for example, obviously. I don't know how it would fare out in Russia, if at all, and Northport it seems to do okay. But it is, yeah, this is solid. The street version of this is very solid. Let's shut off the engine, and let's switch to the mobile mud truck. Get this fired up. Now you do have the suspension mode here. This is a stock level, and here you go there. You can actually raise it. You have the Assassinator tires on. Get the same quality interior. And one thing I actually like is that I didn't notice in the street version originally was that you have the trim of the exterior color and the inside and the stitching. It's a nice little add-on to have for sure. And for this being a mud truck version of the Corvette, not only do you hear, like, you know, a high performance sports car sound, you also hear a little bit of that I'm capable sound. Let's see how this does in the torture test. As always, guys, the link is going to be in the description for the download. Make sure you check it out, especially if it goes on console, and big shout out to TC for bringing something like this to the community, with the help of Frog, of course. It's actually just going through the snow, no problem, in low plus. I'm actually very interested to see how it does in the torture test mud pit. Almost flipped it there. Keep it in a low plus as long as we can. And now we just seem to be digging a little too much. We're going to put it in a low, but it actually seems to be going through this no problem. And now I know why this is dubbed the Yeetmobile. I don't know how else to say this. This, to be completely honest with you, is extremely mind-blowing, and in a really good way. I thought I was not gonna like this mod, but I actually really do. It is, it's balanced. I mean, you can't not make this Yeetmobile OP. It's not as OP as one would assume by looking at it. It is extremely balanced. Sounds amazing, looks amazing, and it is driving amazing. I'm actually going to give this a solid 10 out of 10, and I'm very, very surprised at that. Even in the deep mud, it seems to do pretty good. Like, it's not struggling that much. Put it in automatic. So now we're in high, and we're just going to kind of feather it a little bit, get it turned around, and try to go through that torture test again. We're going to yeet in at full speed and in high. You can see, like, when you hit high, you kind of start to bounce pretty quick. And in high gear, we actually cannot move at all, really. We're moving a tiny, tiny bit, but not much. Put it on automatic and see. It looks like it's going to move with the same pace as it did in a low. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for checking this video out. Really appreciate it. Make sure you drop a like on the video, and don't forget to sub to the channel. And if you see this on Mod.io, definitely check it out. The link is going to be in the description. Make sure you thank TC and Frog for bringing this to the community. This is a really cool, interesting mod, in my opinion, to finish 2020 off with.